Happy spring, everybody. You can tell they asked me to wear a pink shirt today to promote spring and promote all the corals that are coming in. Indonesia has been closed for a couple weeks now and going to be closed for at least another month. So they got in a ton of really nice Indo pieces. And as usual, they have a large assortment of stuff that I would personally put in my tanks if I had room. They have obviously a really nice selection of stuff that we're going to go over today. Some really nice colorful things that are even more colorful than the standard thing. So I hope you enjoy our talking through some of these corals today. We're going to start off today with some of these Sonies. These are some really nice colorful ones that hold their color. I'm not going to say these are the easiest corals to keep, but we have gotten a lot better at keeping them because the one thing we've learned, you need to feed them. When I keep these guys, what I do is I cut the bottom off a soda bottle, I mount it over top of them, and I shoot the food in that way. That way the other fish don't pick at it. I let it sit there for about half an hour, let the food settle in, and if you take your time, you can actually watch these guys feed. And as long as they're feeding, they're usually doing pretty well. But like I said, unlike the rainbows, which typically don't hold their color, these four that he has right now do keep their color. Obviously, these are Australian, not Indonesian, which I mentioned Indonesian corals coming in. But these are some nice Aussie ones that would do well at the bottom of the tank, under overhangs. Key thing, like I said, make sure you feed them. I feed them small mysis shrimp, copepods, rotifers, kind of meatier foods, and they tend to do well with that. Next on our list is, I mentioned Indonesian corals. This is a triple sec frog spawn from Indonesia. This is a really awesome, it's oranges with a greenish brown body. These get much bigger, and as they grow, they'll split heads. This is something, if you're a Euphyllia lover, this is definitely something to add to your tank. Continuing with our theme of colorful Indonesian corals, we have this Euphyllia. This is really an outstanding coloration. The orange really is bright, the green, and like most of these big mouth corals, this is another coral that does well when you feed it. So I would feed this once or twice a week, and you can tell the health of it by how well it feeds. What it'll do is it'll come up and basically close around the food. When it's doing that, it's generally pretty healthy. And as long as you feed it and keep it where it's not getting blasted with current. And also I have found that crabs and shrimp tend to try to take food out of these guys. So again, you might go with the cone over top of it to let it feed properly, to keep, if you have any shrimp or crabs in the tank, to keep them from going after it. Also, I've had a bristleworm attack it. So keep that in mind when you have these. If they're not doing well and you're feeding them, you have to worry that something else is irritating them. Adding another coral from Indonesia, we have this bright yellow Indo wall. It's really standout yellow coloration. You don't see this very often. You usually see them greener. This is lemon yellow with a little bit of green in the body. So this is another one. And like all Euphyllias, I personally feed them all. I know some people don't like to. I feed them a small amount twice a week. Meatier foods, frozen rotifers, frozen copepods, Calanus shrimp in a mix. I turn off the flow, put it on them, and within, say, 2 or 3 minutes, they open up and eat it, and you can see the mouth. These are really nice looking. That's a really nice Euphyllia to go with a triple sec. Next, we have a couple of really nice Indo chalices. We have this Crayola that's pink and blue and purple and green. This is a really outstanding one. If you're a chalice lover, this is one you should definitely look at. Another one I'm going to show you is a typical green-eyed, green rim. For whatever reason, I really like these kind of chalices. I really like the nice rim. I really like the nice colored eyes and the contrast. This coral really stands out, particularly under blue light. You can really see it from across the room. Again, another coral that would live well toward the bottom. I have mixed feelings on whether you feed chalices or not. I tend to feed them kind of a liquidy diet. Some of the reef nutrition stuff, like the packed pods and things like that, that's what I typically feed them. More Euphyllias. These are Indo toxic walls. These are really nice looking. You can see the coloration sort of striated throughout it, green and yellow. These are nice, and you can see how big and healthy they are. Again, feed them. Don't blast them with current. They like a little bit of moderate current, but these really stand out in the tank. And for all you Elegance lovers, here's a really awesome pink tip Elegance. The pink really stands out. This looks like the kind I used to see frequently, haven't seen quite as often lately. These actually come from really murky water, so they do well in the bottom and they like a little bit of dirt on them. They also like to be fed. Some of these need to be treated with antibiotics. These typically do pretty well, but if they start to look like they're receding and closing up, then you may need to treat them with an antibiotic. There seems to be a bacterial infection that goes around with these guys, but if you treat them aggressively, they tend to do very well. Next on our list is this really cool Cyphastria, orange polyps on a purple-blue background. A really nice piece to put on the side or underneath something. They don't require a ton of light. Under blue light, this coral really glows. It's a coral you can see from literally across the room. It's one of my favorites. I have one in 2 of my tanks, and everybody notices this and everybody wants a frag of it. So that's a nice sized piece to start with. Last on our list today are a couple of really cool Indonesian Lobophyllias. These really, from my point of view, this green one here, it's green and kind of with purple. This is a coral, again, that will stand out from the light. It's fairly big. As you can see, it's about as big as my hand. For corals like this, I like to feed them each individual head. 1 piece of mysis a couple times a week. Again, you can watch them up and close around the food, and when you feed them, they tend to do really, really well. And also this red with yellow eyes. It's more of a flowery type of Lobophyllia. It's smaller. It's about the size of the palm of my hand. So if you have room for a big one, the green one. If you have room for a smaller one, the red one. Again, feed them both. It doesn't really look like you see mouths here, but the mouths will open up when you feed this coral. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this tour of the corals. We did some interesting new ones that I haven't talked about before, and hopefully some of the insight I provide on how to care for them will help you when you bring these home. Like I said, Indo's closed, so now might be the time to stock up on getting some Indo pieces. They're going to be closed for at least a month and possibly longer due to permitting. So let me know. And also, these are in before the tariffs hit, so the prices are probably only going to go up. So now might be the time to buy.